welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. I want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for your love, for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you that have supported me here on YouTube. I actually don't take it for granted. Thank you so much. These are thumbs up for you guys. Okay, so if you are new to the channel, you're welcome. If you have not subscribed to my channel already, I would appreciate for you to hit on the subscribe button. It actually takes nothing for you to subscribe to my channel now. Subscribe, just hit on the subscribe button and then hit on the bell also to get an update whenever I upload a new video. So that's just like basically the essence of hitting on that bell. And then you also see a join button. Just hit on that join button to check what it takes to be a member of Stylish Naija member here on YouTube. So just click it and check. Okay, so guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to cut and sew a ruched skirt. So you can see the picture showed to you earlier on the thumbnail. This ruched skirt, I'm not going to be using a slash and spread. We're just going to be using our pattern, our basic pattern, and our freehand. It's a simple technique. That's what we're going to learn how to do today. If you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button. It actually takes nothing for you to like the video. Like it to make me know, like it just to encourage me. Yes, so like it to encourage me. And then if you want to register for my online classes, you can just see my number scrolling through the screen. Send me a message on WhatsApp, and then I'll give you the details of all of the classes we have presently available. And then you can follow me on all of my social media platforms: Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Threads, all at Stylish Naija. Let's get started. Okay guys, so these are the fabric that I'm going to use. So this is actually a satin fabric. So if you want to make this kind of skirt, I would advise for you, if you are, since we're not using slash and spread. So this is my basic skirt pattern. This is what I'm going to use. If you are not using a slash and spread, for instance, this skirt, let's measure. For instance, you can see we have about 23 inches of skirt. If you want to do this kind of skirt, you have the length of the fabric that you are going to bring out. You are going to use like 3 times this length. You understand? That's 23, 40, 23 plus 23, that's 40, 46. 46 plus another 23, that's 69. So it's going to, so the length of your fabric, that's the length, is going to be very long, like 3 times or 4 times. So I want you to know. Okay, so my fabric is, I have 2 fabric here. So like this one that I'm making is a short skirt version. So for this kind of short skirt version, we're going to need like 1.5 yards of fabric. But like the main picture, if you want to do that, you are going to need at least close to 3 yards of fabric to be able to achieve that skirt with that fullness. Okay, so you can see my fabric. So you can see it is folded into 2. So I have my back pattern and my front pattern. So I just cut the fabric into 2. That's what I did. So the fabric is bigger than my waist. That's my hip. So my hip is actually 10. So I have extra inches. So that's that. The next thing we're going to do now, I'm going to mark a line on this fabric. So the line, so I'm going to use like 1 inch or 1.5 inch. Like for the front, I'm going to use like 1 inch allowance. So that 1 inch, I'm just going to mark it across. So if you notice, this is not a skirt, it's just a normal fabric. You understand? I've not formed it into a skirt. So I'll mark it like this. So you can see I've marked it. So I'm going to do the same thing to the back pattern also. I'll use the same one. For the back one, I'll use at least 1.5. Why? Because it's that part that you're going to add your allowance. You understand? You're going to add your zip allowance. So the next thing now, we're going to go to the machine. Let's go and start folding this, and then when we finish, I'll show you what to do. It's a simple process, very simple. Okay guys, so welcome to our sewing machine. So we're going to start stitching now, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do. It's a very simple process. So literally we are going to pleat this. So the pleat is going to be on that line. Okay, so it depends on how full you want it to be. That is what you will use to pleat it. So actually that skirt on that picture, this was how it was done. So I'm going to start pleating it. Like I said, depends on how full you want it. The bigger the pleats, the more it will stand out. Okay. So I'll just continue doing that until I get to the end. So when you're doing this, make sure your skirt, your fabric, you have enough fabric. So make sure your hands are straight as you do this. So I'm going to do the second piece also. And then when I'm done, I'll take this back to my to my ironing table. I'll All of these pleats that I did, I'm going to iron them down one after the other. So to make sure it is standing straight, and then I'll bring it back and show you. Okay guys, so you can see after ironing, so this is how it looks like. So the next thing, I'm going to open this up and check. So you can see what we have. You see, after opening it, you see it looks like the center part of that skirt. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my skirt pattern, and then I'm going to place my skirt pattern like this. So make sure that the skirt pattern you are using is your exact size of skirt, okay? So the next thing, we're going to cut this. So when cutting, I'm going to add a little bit of allowance. So you can see our skirt, you see the shape of our skirt, how simple and easy it is. So for the waist part, I'm just going to trim the waist. So you see, so if you are making a long skirt, you can make it very long. So for in case you don't want your pleats to scatter, you can decide to use pins just to secure them. You can actually secure them down by pinning them. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the back piece. Oh, if you notice the back piece, I actually did not I've not opened the zip allowance, so just pin them down. So for the back piece, I've not opened the zip allowance. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to trim this part. That is, I'm going to trim it open a little bit. So I've opened up the back piece also now. So the next thing now, I already have a zip allowance there, note. So I'm not putting another zip allowance. So I'm just going to use my pattern, and then I'll cut this out just the same way I did to the front piece. So the next thing, I'll take the back and the front together. I'll place them like this. So I'm just going to take out this pin. So I'll pin all of them together at once. So when pinning, make sure that the pleats are not scattered like this. You understand? They are not scattered. So just pin them. Just take your time and just be pinning them down. So if you want to add a lining to this skirt, all you are going to do is you cut your lining piece like this, and then you sew and turn, and then you join the back and the front together. So your lining, you are not going to pleat on your lining. So don't pleat. So when you are getting to this part, you are going to bring them together like this to make sure that the front and the back, that they align. Okay. Just bring them together like this, and then make sure that your pleats are seated, they are together. So you see when you open it up, you see. So just bring it together. So I'm going to show you now. So I want to flip it to the back so you see the back. So after stitching, so this is the back now. So the back part you already have a zip allowance. So I would advise for you to stitch this down first before we add our zip. So in adding the zip, all you are going to do, you are going to loosen this a little bit. But before you loosen it, secure the pleats down already. You understand? Before you open the zip allowance. So we already have an allowance. So don't add any other extra allowance to it. So use your pleat allowance as your zip allowance, and then you can fix your zip. If you are using a stretchy fabric like a lycra, you don't need to add any zip to it. So but I'll take this back to my machine now, and then I'll join the side. And then after joining, I'll just fix my normal regular waistband. So I'll do that, and then I'll bring it back and show you how it looks like. Okay guys, so at the end of the day, you can see how our wrist skirt looks like. It came out fine. So this is, like I said, this is a small version. I actually made it just for the sake of this tutorial. I just wanted to show you guys that you can actually achieve this wrist skirt without using a slash and spread. And you can see that it came out really fine and nice. So if you're using a stretchy fabric for this, it's going to be nice and easy. So you don't need to stress yourself putting a zip. You can just slip it on and put it on. So thank you so much. You can see it came out fine. Thank you so much. If you find this video helpful, please like the video, and if you have not subscribed to my channel already, subscribe guys. I'll see you in my next video.